It's week 9 of the NFL, and we've got Byron Murphy. It's the Vikings and the Colts, and it's all up next.
EA's and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar. The midpoint of the NFL season, always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack, and that's where playoff pictures start to unravel. That's where there's a little bit more clarity between the haves and the have-nots. And this is when NFL football gets fun. Holidays are coming. Playoff pictures are unfolding. This is a blast.
This field in at about the 9. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his second year in the NFL out of Florida.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by
the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. This opening drive not going as scripted. It is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. A throw on the run is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. Brandon Powell returns for the Vikings. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. And they are led by their veteran. It's Kirk Cousins.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The defense had their sights set on making a big play one way or another. First, it was the initial pressure. They thought they had the quarterback for a sack, but then they get their hands on the ball, and I think if you're this offense walking back into the huddle, Mike, an incomplete pass there is probably the best possible outcome.
A gain of 11 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down. All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. 3rd down, 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Minnesota.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to...
The ball's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack? They can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and we'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Well, that's a nice one for the stat line. That last grab is 50th on the season. They've converted twice on third down on this drive. Now facing 3rd and 3. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. How about 4 catches on this drive alone? Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. First down throw there is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
That's to the right side and incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. On 4th down, it's Will Reichard time for this Viking field goal. Reichard's kick is good. And the Vikings will take a 3-0 lead.
This is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. In the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. A second down throw for Richardson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and 7. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They face second down and 7. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss loss of a couple. 3rd and 9. To throw, it's Richardson. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. The open man is the tight end, Granson. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. Ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time, he's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts move out to a 7-3 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. To return, it's Brandon Powell. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. There's a throw right side. Going to be incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
Nice job there by T.J. Hawkinson to pick up a fresh set of downs. And remember, Mike, he suffered that knee injury late last season, so it's just nice to see him back out onto the field. Since he's arrived via trade from Detroit to Minnesota, his production has skyrocketed. He can find that form again post-injury. He's one of the better weapons at the position in the league.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Play action now. It's Cousins. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Cousins now. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. Cousins to throw. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. 7-3 is the score. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. We'll have more from Minneapolis after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Cousins. He'll go right back to Jefferson. They connect again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Pass interference. Defense. Automatic 1st down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. There's Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they have not been shy about looking his way in the first half. Already 7 catches, and we've yet to hit halftime. They go play action with Cousins. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
2 incomplete passes now lead to this 3rd down and goal. Throwing his Cousins. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on down. That is their first as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, breaking the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, Cousins. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. But production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This will be from 56 yards away. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Colts are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little.
And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Justin Jefferson headed back onto the field. As we play here in the month of November, worth noting he's putting together a campaign to remember. the NFL's leader amongst wideouts in receiving touchdowns.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going.
The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. Off the play fake, here's Cousins. Oh, he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Cousins gonna throw. There's that man again. Another catch. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
It's easy to make your quarterback look good when you can just get open as easily as he has in this game so far. I mean, he had the big first half, remember. But here in the second half, he just continues to add to these numbers.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. So on 4th down, out comes Ryan Wright to punt for Minnesota. Back deep, Anthony Gould. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Colts offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And that's going to be shut down quickly. He'll get this one only up to about the 2. 2nd down and 8. They go right back to Taylor. He is going to be swarmed under, met in the end zone. It's a safety. You are hoping your running back can do something to give you space. And, Greg, they got the absolute opposite. Instead, it is a safety.
Yeah, exactly right, Mike. That's all they're trying to do is give themselves some breathing room and get their quarterback out of the end zone on this next snap. But instead, the defense is all over it. They get in the backfield for the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
On 1st down, Cousins. He'll let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Hook them up on a 2nd down and 8. Again, it's Jones. And they're going to work this down.
Parting ways with the Packers, Jones kind of surprised some by staying in the NFC North. He signs with Minnesota, and he joins an offense that is loaded with talented skill players. So if he can continue to be the playmaker he's been throughout his career, They've got themselves a nice young group here in Minnesota, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
He's got a receiver. It's Addison. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, they had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
On the handoff, Jones. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Jones. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field. And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down, and the linemen are already walking back. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Richardson. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Indianapolis. Now Richardson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. They'll come up now for second down. Whoa. And he will take this into the end zone. What a run. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Colts. The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts are on top. It's 14-10. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now an opening past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And as we move into the second half of the schedule, we start thinking about who might be in line to take home one of those big awards and NFL honors come Super Bowl week. We talk about Offensive Player of the Year. He's going to be right up there in the conversation. Open man downfield. It's Hawkinson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These wide, outside the number throws. This is where a quarterback really gets to show off his arm strength and arm talent. This puts a ton of pressure on the defense because now they say, all right, we have to defend every single blade of grass.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here is first and goal. Vikings, that is their first. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is first down and goal. Motion man, set right. They give this to Jefferson on the jet sweep. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon, but he has to give ground. He is sent back for a loss. They'll run with Jones. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. For the lead, here is third and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with first and 10. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. Another try, second and 10. From the gun, Richardson. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before third down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Defense has to play smart, avoid a penalty on 4th and long. Richardson to throw. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Jones. And here comes the whistle and a timeout. 7 seconds to go. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They run it once more with Jones. And some good blocking. Springing up. A gain of 9 as we get to third down. So a win here for the Vikings. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago. Make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson. Our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.